outside.
First pitch, 6:52, 67 degrees.
Welcome back to another edition of Fulton Steamers and Forreston Cardinals baseball. Game 2 featuring the freshman-sophomore clubs this afternoon. It's a 2-0 count to the leadoff hitter, Mickey Probst. This will get you the starting lineup after this pitch outside. It's 3-0. Leading off again, Mickey Probst, who played in the first game. Aiden Book, who is on the safeties, or the reserve. Caden Brown, Caden Hoffman, Ethan Bacher, Bryce Miller, Caden Schreiner, Carr, and Nathan Webster. Here's the 3-1. The 3-0. Falls for a strike. It's 3-1. We'll get you the defensive pairing for the Steamers here in just a second. As we get that set, it's going to be ball 4, and Mickey Probst reaches on a walk.
Center fielder, number 3, Aiden Book.
So now it'll be Aiden Book to step in. Again, we mentioned Aiden Book was a reserve player and actually did come in later in the game. Play center field today. One ball, no strikes. Runner goes to second, throw down a little late. And Probst is in there with a stolen base. One pitch. Low in the dirt, 2-1. Oh, they're going to call that a strike. Oh my gosh. Okay, 2-1 is the count. Two one pitch. And that missed? Question mark? Okay. So it missed. 3-1. Rather questionable call, but it's going to be a 2-2 count. This one popped up. That's a major league pop-up into shallow right field. Stillings comes in, and it will actually be Wilkins, and he drops the ball. Wilkins drops the ball at second base. That'll be an E4. Caden Brown comes in. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Fresh count here to go. First pitch off the end of the bat into right field. Stilling comes in, watches it fall in front of him. He will throw it to the cutoff man, and the bases are loaded for the Cardinals. Runners advance 90 feet each way. Now Caden Hoffman, the second Caden in the lineup.
Second baseman, Caden Hoffman.
There are 3 Cadens in this lineup. You got Caden with the K Brown, Caden with the C Hoffman, and Caden with the K Schreiner. Bases loaded, nobody out. Top of the first inning. Cardinals threatening. Here's the first pitch. That pitch misses, I guess. 1-0. I'm not really seeing any indication from the umpire after each pitch. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Cardinals took the victory in Game 1 from the varsity squad. A tight 5-4 victory as the Fulton Steamers had the tying run 90 feet away. Just could not get it done. Ground ball down the third base line and foul. 2-1. As I mentioned in the first broadcast, if you're joining us from that or just joining us at all, opening day 18 days away. It seems like a long way, but it's really not. We're just about 2 weeks out. We also mentioned this will be the last pair of ball games to be played at Nelson Corp Field. for the Lumber Kings step in and start their 2024 season. Yesterday, we celebrated the 87th anniversary of the opening of this ballpark. Back then, it was called Riverview Stadium. It's gone through a couple name changes since then, Ashford University Field and now Nelson Corp Field. But 87 great years at this historic ballpark at this exact site right across the Mississippi River. Three balls, two strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch. Swung on and missed, strike three. That's a big out for Evan Folk, who's on the mound for the Fulton Steamers. His first strikeout of the night.
First baseman number 44, Ethan Booker.
Ethan Booker steps in. He's the first baseman for the Cardinals. Called a strike. 0-1. Actually, correction is Bacher, not Booker. Oh, one pitch on the way with the bases loaded, one out. Check swing, did he go? But won't matter as the runner comes to the plate. Little toss at home and not in time. A run will score on the passed ball. So all runners will advance 90 feet. And the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead. Count is 1-1. He said he will go. He did go across the plate as the umpire is essentially digging out home plate. A lot of sand and dirt covering the plate there. The umpire needs to clean it off and continue this game. And they're going to say 1-0. Umpire puts up a 1-0 signal. There needs to be a call here. That has to be a ball or a strike. That was not the first pitch of the at-bat. We're going to go with a 1-1 count. They're going to say strike three. Strike three? What's going on? That's strike two. That is strike two. Folks, that is strike two. The umpire, I guess, is confused with his clicker here. And they're saying that's going to be strike two. So the confusion started when the first pitch was a ball. Second pitch was a pass ball on a check swing that was called a strike. That's 1-1. This pitch was called strike two. It is 1-2. And we're going to have a meeting here where we have some confusion. I think I got it. First pitch was a ball. Second pitch was a check swing on a pass ball. And they're going to meet. Third pitch was the called strike, so we have a 1-2 count. It should be a 1-2 count, and I hope that's what they come up with. It is 1-2. So after a few minutes of confusion, we've got it all straightened out. Unfortunately, our software does not provide us with that long of replay. Otherwise, we could look back, but I'm pretty sure I got that. Here's the 1-2. And that's called strike three. Excuse me. Choked on my own spit here.
Left fielder number 42, Bryce Miller.
So now Bryce Miller will step in. Strike three called. That's his second strikeout as this one's popped over into right center field. Going after it is Voss, and he makes the two-handed grab for out number three. An F8 in the scorebook. One run comes across the score. It is not earned. One hit, one error, and two left on base. We'll be back after this half inning.
Whether you want to get out and get active, become involved in the arts, or simply sit back, relax, and enjoy the river view, Clinton is the place for you. Clinton is a family-friendly city. Our large parks and recreation department is filled with programs, amenities, activities, and of course parks, for people of all ages to enjoy. Located on the Mississippi River, people in Clinton enjoy water activities and scenic views. There's always fun entertainment happening in the city, from our theater and art gallery to our museums, community events, and unique local shops. Residents and visitors alike can take advantage of all that there is to do any day of the week. Clinton is the best of both worlds. We have open space for active lifestyles and a quaint small-town atmosphere, blended with modern amenities and activities similar to our larger metropolitan neighbors. Visit Clinton today. A great place to live.
Excuse me. I don't know which way to go. There's one more player that needs to be added to the Forreston hitting roster because they're hitting everybody. It should be the last batter should be 23, and it's Rand, R-A-H, Dalen Rand. 23, and then D-A-Y-L-E-N, then R-A-H-N, but pronounced Rand. And he's batting. They'll probably rotate him in the field like with another kid, but he'll be the last batter. Yeah.
Center fielder Jacob Voss.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Fulton Steamers leading off the inning. It'll be Jacob Voss. First pitch on the way. A little chopper over to second base. Hoffman picks it up, fires the first. In time, out number one. Get you the starting lineup for the Fulton Steamers.
Shortstop, number 16.
Jacob Voss led off, followed by Owen Van Sweden, who's at the plate now. Aaron Stillings playing right. Evan Folk at the mound. Chase Fletcher, the designated hitter. Ben Hausengay behind the plate. Keenan Wilkins, followed by Tate Norman. Landon Dykstra in the 9th spot. And Max Owen playing third base, not batting for himself. First pitch called a strike. Count is 0-1. Brown fires. Off the end of the bat into right field. That'll fall for a single. Van Sweden hustles to first. The throw into the cutoff man, and that's the first hit for the Steamers. The Aaron Stillings to step in. He's the third batter in the order for the Steamers. Left to right in the outfield for the Cardinals is Miller, Book, Schreiner. On the infield, Carr, Prost, Hoffman, and Bacher, with Webster behind the plate. One and 0 after the pitch. As mentioned, Caden Brown on the mound wearing number 45. Both teams wearing black uniforms. Cardinals wearing all black with red. Black cap and a red brim. As a pitch called a strike, throw down to second. It's going to be a good one. Close, not in time. As Van Sweden steals second safely. Aaron Stillings with a 1-1 count. Runner in scoring position. That's a tying run. Cardinals took an early 1-0 lead at the beginning of this game. A late swing makes it 1-2. One ball, two strikes, one out. Owen Van Sweden, the shortstop, at second base after his single and a stolen base. Here's the 1-2. Inside, make it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Balk is called. Great call there. He broke his set, and the runner advances on a balk to third base. So now the tying run 90 feet away. 2-2 count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3. First strikeout for Brown. And second out of the inning. Now the pitcher, Evan Fulton, steps in. On deck is Chase Fletcher. He's the designated hitter. A check swing. No swing. 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Tying run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 1-0. Gets through. It's going to be a wild pitch. Here comes Van Zweden. He will score standing. And a tie ball game is what we got here, folks. Wild pitch scores the tying run. And we've reset here. It's a 1-1 ball game. Evan Folk with a 1-1 count. Brown sets. Fires the 1-1. Popped into right field. Schreiner coming on it. And makes a 2-handed grab in right field for out number 3. So an F9 ends the inning. 1 run is earned. 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're tied at 1 after 1. Top of the second coming up next.
Tucked away in the northeast corner of the U.S., there is a small town where tomorrow never comes. Here, the warm glow of bygone days are collected and safeguarded for all time. Our story lies within these walls. Triumphs of spirit, artifacts of greatness, legendary tools of a beloved trade. But whenever the present turns its eyes to the past, the most coveted treasures are the heroes.
Welcome back to the ballpark at Nelson Court Field here in Clinton, Iowa. Andre Sejeda here with you for Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Fulton Steamers and the Forreston Cardinals. Forreston Cardinals coming from Forreston, Illinois. The Steamers from Fulton right across the river, playing here at the former minor league ballpark. Current collegiate summer league home of the Clinton Lumber Kings. Leading off the top of the second for the Cardinals is Caden Schreiner. He's playing right field, made the final out of the bottom of the first inning. First pitch on the way to Schreiner from Folk. This is high and away, 1-0. Here's the 1-0 from Folk. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. For any Lumber Kings fans watching our afternoon matinee here, this pitch misses high, 2-1. The Lumber Kings released the Clinton Shad Flies merch today. Officially licensed Shadfly merch is available online and in the store here at the ballpark. Make sure to be prepared for when the Clinton Shadflies make their appearance to Nelson Corp Field. Not the Bugs, but the actual ball players. Well, the Shadflies will be here. That is unfortunately a truth that we have to live with here on the Mississippi River. Those are gross little bugs. I don't know if I can even call them little, but here's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout for Folk tonight. First out of the inning as Brennan Carr steps in. Wearing number 83.
Third baseman Brennan Carr.
Evan Folk with 3 strikeouts so far as we go over to Carr. First pitch called a strike. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 0-1 from Folk. Called a strike. 0-2. Folk looking for strikeout number 4 in just 2 innings of work here so far. He's got 1 1/3 to be exact. Looking to make it 1 2/3 if he can get a strike here. And he does, but it's going to be a foul ball. It's not good enough for a strikeout. We'll do the 0-2 once more. Yeah, we shared a little bit earlier in the broadcast. 87 years and 1 day ago, Clinton Baseball Organization opened up this lovely ballpark here. As a swing and a miss makes it strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's strikeout number 4 for Folk and out number 2. But 87 years and a day ago, we opened up the ballpark for the then Clinton Owls.
Catcher Nathan Webster.
As Nathan Webster steps in, he's behind the plate. First pitch on the way to Webster from Folk. Called a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Folk winds and fires the 0-1. Called a strike as it broke in the zone, 0-2. Webster could possibly strike out the side as we're getting a little bit of that train action here. 0-2 pitch on the way. Up the middle, right back to Folk, and he makes the catch. What a play. 1, 2, 3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the second. What a play by Folk to end it. We'll be back after these messages.
Riverfront views, beautiful ballparks, historic windmills, amazing river cruises, celebrating the success of new housing and groundbreaking businesses. The Greater Clinton region is home to just about everything. For more information, visit us online at growclinton.com.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, they total your car, you kill someone.
Use of drugs and alcohol during adolescence interferes with brain development, reduces academic and athletic performance, and increases the risks of accidents and serious health conditions like addiction.
Youth who consistently learn about the risks from their parents are up to 50% less likely to use drugs and alcohol.
Talk to your children about the risks associated with drugs and alcohol. Talk early and talk often.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Tied 1-1. We're in the bottom of the second. Fulton Steamers coming up. Chase Fletcher, the designated hitter, steps in. First pitch misses. 1-0. Brown back for a second inning of work. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, big hack from Fletcher. One count. Ones are wild. Tied at 1 run apiece. Both teams have 1 hit. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. It does look like Bacher has gone to third base and ran. He's at first. Here's a pop-up on the middle infield. Brown looking for it, makes the one-handed grab, and that's out number 1.
Catcher, Ben Housengate.
That'll be Ben Housengate to step in. That means Brandon Carr is the designated hitter. He will not play third base. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss from Ben Housengate. He plays behind the plate tonight. Brown taking his time on the mound. He sets the 0-1 and fires. Breaking ball never broke, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Dane Brown looks in and sets. Fastball high and inside, and more of a protection swing. Housengate finds a way to get the ball off the bat and hits it off of the mesh behind home plate. Makes it a 1-2 count, and Brown got lucky there. Of all the possibilities that could have happened with a pitch that high and inside, he got the best one for him, a foul ball. Could have been ball 2. It could have been a base on or a hit by pitch. But the count is 1-2, and Brown sets and fires. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. Great breaking ball there. And that's his second strikeout. First one looking of the night. Keegan Wilkins steps in for his first at-bat of the night.
Second baseman, Keegan Wilkins.
First pitch, just outside.
Oh, yeah!
Still a lot of fans here from the first game supporting on the JV squads. As a lot of the JV squads do have a lot of members from that first game and the first teams of the varsity teams. It's a big swing and a miss here, makes it 1-1. One pitch on the way from Brown. Pitch high in the zone, no good. Pitch in the dirt, 2-2. Brown does seemed to take his time from pitch to pitch. Actually, count will be adjusted to 3-1. However, it's been effective. Popped up to him in the first at-bat of this inning. And then a strikeout looking, and he's got the 3-1 pitch on the way. Swung and a miss, makes it 3-2. There's a strike for Wade for making this a 1-2-3 inning. Both teams scored a run in the top of the first and bottom of the first inning. As Brown toes the rubber and looks in to gets his sign, And here's the payoff pitch. Just got him, clipped the outside part of the plate. And that is strikeout number 3 and out number 3. Back-to-back pitches got him looking. And we go to the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors. We'll be back after the messages.
Whether you want to get out and get active, become involved in the arts, or simply sit back, relax, and enjoy the river view, Clinton is the place for you. Clinton is a family-friendly city. Our large parks and recreation department is filled with programs, amenities, activities, and of course parks, for people of all ages to enjoy. Located on the Mississippi River, people in Clinton enjoy water activities and scenic views. There's always fun entertainment happening in the city, from our theater and art gallery to our museums, community events, and unique local shops. Residents and visitors alike can take advantage of all that there is to do any day of the week. Clinton is the best of both worlds. We have open space for active lifestyles and a quaint small-town atmosphere, blended with modern amenities and activities similar to our larger metropolitan neighbors. Visit Clinton today. A great place to live.
First pitch swinging as we come back. That's going to be a base hit to left field. That's Dalen Rand. They have 10 hitters in their lineup. And what a way to get it started. That's going to be a single for Dalen Rand. Go to the top of the order here. Mickey Probst will step in. He walked his first time up and came around to score. First pitch to Probst. Inside, misses 1-0. It's top of the third inning. We're tied at 1 run apiece. Evan Folk on the mound for the Steamers. This pitch gets just away of Hausengate, and Rand's going to go to second safely on the pass ball. Two-0 pitch on the way from Folk, misses high. 3-1, or 3-0, excuse me. Swing and a miss makes it 3-1. Green light was given to Mickey Probst. Three balls, one strike. Folk sets and fires. High and inside. That's going to be ball 4. And now runners are at first and second. Or excuse me, they were at second base, now at first and second.
Center fielder, Aiden Book.
Now Aiden Book steps in. So Probst has walked in back-to-back at-bats. Book reached on an E4. It was a pop-up over to Wilkins, and he just dropped it. Popped right out of the glove. First pitch Swung on well into right field. That's going to find some grass, and the runners will keep going all the way to the wall. It rolls. Coming in to score is Rand Webster, close behind the throw to the cutoff man, and it'll be a stand-up 2 RBI triple for Aiden Book.
The pitcher, Caden Brown.
What a way to start the game for Book. Now Kane Brown will step in. He's got a single. He's 1 for 1. Cardinals take a 3-1 lead on the 2 RBI triple. First pitch in the dirt, called a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Runner at third. Swing and a miss makes it 1-1. Caden Brown, pitcher for tonight. One ball, one strike. A chopper to the shortstop. Van Sweden picks it up and fires the first in time. A run will score on the 6-3 putout. And that's out number 1.
Second baseman, Caden Hoffman.
Caden Hoffman steps in. He struck out swinging his first time up back in the first inning. Cardinals now lead 4-1, and it looks like Fogel's going to step off the mound. Somebody called timeout. Hoffman is the 5th batter of the inning. It's been moving pretty quickly. Folk winds and fires the first pitch. Popped up foul off of the grates above the roof here at Nelson Court Field and back into play. 0-1. 7:30 here at the ballpark. Lights at the ballpark have just turned on as well. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Does get away from Webster. No, I had it right the first time. That's Hausengay. No balls, 2 strikes. You're seeing the twilight here at Nelson Court Field with the lights on and the clouds rolling in. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Called strike 3 looking. Out number 2. Strikeout number 5. Ethan Bacher steps in. He struck out looking his first time up. So Hoffman goes down on strike twice in the game. First pitch. A chopper to third, picked up by Owen. Owen fires across the diamond. It's going to be a close play, and it's in time, a 5-3 putout. The damage is done, however. 3 runs come across to score. And the Cardinals take a 4-1 lead, bottom of the third, coming up next.
Tucked away in the northeast corner of the U.S., there is a small town where tomorrow never comes. Here, the warm glow of bygone days are collected and safeguarded for all time. Our story lies within these walls. Triumphs of spirit, artifacts of greatness, legendary tools of a beloved trade. But whenever the present turns its eyes to the past, the most coveted treasures are the heroes.
Bottom of the third inning here at Nelson Corp Field. Fulton Steamers come up to bat. Finn Brown back on the mound for his third inning of work. First pitch in the dirt. 1-0.
Hey fans, down the popcorn at the first base inside the stand while supplies last.
Tate Norman at the plate with a 1-0 count. And the pitch. Swung on, foul right off of the netting and into their own dugout. And a lot of fans a little scared there. Actually, it's 4 girls sitting there. Freaked out as that was coming right at them. They didn't move, which is a little funny. They're sitting right behind the dugout. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Make it 1-2. Tate's got a few fans here. Making themselves sounded out here. Fouled off again. In that same direction. It'll be a 1-2 once more. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. And Tate leading off the bottom of the third for the Steamers. They trail 4-1. They're going to get 3 runs of their own here. As this one dribbled down the first base line. It is fair, picked up in fair territory as Bacher will go ahead and step on first. 3 unassisted for out number 1.
First baseman, Landon Dykstra.
Landon Dykstra steps in. The brother of Drew Dykstra. Drew Dykstra, a pitcher with the Clinton Lumber Kings last year. I'm sure it won't be long before we see the Dykstra brothers make their way to the Lumber Kings. First pitch coming from Caden Brown. Dykstra looks at this pitch inside. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes. 1 out, the pitch. In the dirt, good block from Webster behind the plate. Two and 0. The pitch. Inside, misses 3-0. Brown taking his time, comes set, and fires the 3-0. Inside, ball 4, and Dykstra works a walk. Jacob Voss steps in, center fielder. He grounded out to the second baseman his last time up.
Jacob Voss.
He's 0 for 1. Big off move to first, not in time. The pitch. Right up the middle into center field. Diving for it is Book. It gets past him. No catch. And the runners will be safe at first and second. Owen Van Sweden steps in now.
Shortstop, Owen
Owen already has a single. Came around to score the first run of the game on a wild pitch from third base. He is the tying run here in the bottom of the third, as the Steamers trail 4-1. First pitch on the way. A check swing. He did not go, but it's still called a strike. 0-1. Fans sharing their displeasure with the call there. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way from Brown. Inside, nearly clipped him. 1-1. Aaron Stillings on deck. One ball, one strike. Runners at first and second and one out. The pitch. High and inside. 2-1. Two-one pitch. As Brown sets, looks to first and fires. And that one misses. 3-1. The outfield is playing in. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and missed. 3-2. Three balls, two strikes, one out. Runners at first and second. The pitch from Brown. Swings and a miss. That's out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Brown. And Aaron Stillings steps in.
Right fielder, Aaron Stillings.
Stillings, right fielder for the Steamers. He struck out his first time, and swinging at the first pitch, he misses 0-1. Stillings is the tying run here. They trail 4-1. A breaking ball, and he got him chasing it. 0-2. No balls, two strikes. And Brown is finding a way to get out of this inning. The 0-2. Breaking ball high and inside, and Stillings lays that off of that one. It's 1-2. One-two pitch. Just outside. Good frame from Webster, but it was a bit out. Narrowly into the left-handed batter's box, but a good effort from Webster nonetheless behind the plate. Count is 2-2. 2 outs and 2 on. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Got him swinging. 5th strikeout for Brown. 3rd out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. We go to the top of the 4th. The Cardinals lead 4-1.
Riverfront views, beautiful ballparks, historic windmills, amazing river cruises, celebrating the success of new housing and groundbreaking businesses. The Greater Clinton region is home to just about everything. For more information, visit us online at growclinton.com.
Of drugs and alcohol during adolescence interferes with brain development, reduces academic and athletic performance, and increases the risks of accidents and serious health conditions like addiction.
Youth who consistently learn about the risks from their parents are up to 50% less likely to use drugs and alcohol.
Talk to your children about the risks associated with drugs and alcohol. Talk early and talk often.
Welcome back to the broadcast here at Nelson Court Field. Bryce Miller leading things off. He's 0 for 1, flew out to center field his first time up. First pitch hit up the middle, over to Van Sweden, picks it up on his left side, fires the first in time for out number 1. Caden Schreiner steps in.
The batter, Caden Schreiner.
Schreiner struck out to lead off the top of the second inning. Fouls the first pitch straight back. Another train coming by and saying hello to Clinton, Iowa. Evan Folk sets for the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, makes it 0-2. Folk steps at the top of the rubber and looks for a sign. There is movement in the Cardinals' bullpen, as here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Just outside, gets past the glove of Hausengaze. He tried to backhand it. Count is now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Folk winds and fires. And that one just missed. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch on the way. Inside, make it 3-2. Schreiner works from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. Evan Folk gets his sign for the payoff pitch, and here it comes, the 3-2. Called strike 3. Got him looking as Schreiner's down on strikes for the second time tonight. 6 strikeouts for Folk. Brennan Carr steps in. He's the designated hitter. He struck out swinging his last time up. First pitch to Carr from Folk. Big swing and a miss, makes it 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Call a strike, 0-2. Folk is 1 strike away from getting a 7th strikeout, as we're seeing the Bud Light Picnic Pavilion, another area here at Nelson Court Field that you can come and bring your party. Here's the 0-2. Foul ball. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. That's strike 3. 7th strikeout for Folk. And another 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Bottom of the 4th. Coming up next. Cardinals.
Whether you want to get out and get active, become involved in the arts, or simply sit back, relax, and enjoy the river view, Clinton is the place for you. Clinton is a family-friendly city. Our large parks and recreation department is filled with programs, amenities, activities, and of course parks for people of all ages to enjoy. Located on the Mississippi River, people in Clinton enjoy water activities and scenic views. There's always fun entertainment happening in the city, from our theater and art gallery to our museums, community events, and unique local shops. Residents and visitors alike can take advantage of all that there is to do any day of the week. Clinton is the best of both worlds. We have open space for active lifestyles and a quaint small-town atmosphere, blended with modern amenities and activities similar to our larger metropolitan neighbors. Visit Clinton today. A great place to live.
Tucked away in the northeast corner of the U.S., there is a small town where tomorrow never comes. Here, the warm glow of bygone days are collected and safeguarded for all time. Our story lies within these walls. Triumphs of spirit, artifacts of greatness, legendary tools of a beloved trade. But whenever the present turns its eyes to the past, the most coveted treasures are the heroes.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth inning. Evan Folk, the pitcher, who just recorded his 7th strikeout of the night, will go to the plate. Caden Brown back on the mound. Steamers trailing 4-1 here, bottom of the fourth. First pitch on the way. And the Dirt make it 1-0. Next pitch up the middle, on the ground. Brown picks it up, fires the first in time. It's a 1-3 put out for out number 1. Movement just starting in the Steamers bullpen, as Chase Fletcher steps in. He's the designated hitter.
Designated hitter, Chase Fletcher.
First pitch on the way to Fletcher from Brown. Swung on and fouled straight back. A little tapper makes it 0-1. Temperature dropping considerably, but nothing too uncomfortable. So we'll get you a look at the weather for the rest of the week here. In Clinton, Iowa, we're at 64 degrees currently. Tomorrow, this next pitch misses 1-1 just outside. Tomorrow we're looking at a 49 degree low, 71 high, and a 49 degree low and a 79 degree high on Sunday for Mother's Day. So happy early Mother's Day to all the moms watching and all the moms here at the ballpark, as a big swing and miss makes it 1-2. Sure, the joys of motherhood is watching your son play their favorite sport, and they're enjoying it themselves here tonight. Monday looks like a 65% chance of rain. 56 degree low with a 69 high. And Tuesday around the same temperatures, partly cloudy. Wednesday will warm up. High of 70 degrees. It's 2-2. This pitch misses high. 2-2 pitch on the way from Caden Brown. It's a big swing and a miss. Strike 3 called on the swing. Strikeout number 6 for Brown. Brown and Folk have been going pitch for pitch, as they both are at 6 and 7 strikeouts. Brown looking for his 7th to tie Folk, who recorded his 7th at the top of the inning. First pitch misses to Hausengay, the catcher. 1-0. Hausengay struck out his first time up. Big swing and a miss from Hausengay makes it 1-1. As we mentioned, Hausengay 0-1, struck out looking back in the second inning. 1-1. Big swing and a miss again, makes it 1-2. And Brown is a strike away from tying the starters with 7 strikeouts each. 1-2 pitch on the way from Brown. Off the end of the bat towards second base. Hoffman picks it up at the edge of the grass, fires the first in time for a 4-3 putout. Another 1-2-3 inning for Brown. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. No score. The Cardinals lead 4-1. We'll be back top of the fifth coming up next.
Riverfront views, beautiful ballparks, historic windmills, amazing river cruises, celebrating the success of new housing and groundbreaking businesses. The Greater Clinton region is home to just about everything. For more information, visit us online at growclinton.com.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
Top of the fifth inning, Nathan Webster steps in. Webster lined right back to Fulk to end the inning back in the top of the second. First pitch swinging, a bounce over to Wilkins. He picks it up and fires the first in time. Out number one. Dalen Rand comes in. He's the 10th batter of the inning, or 10th batter in the lineup, as the Cardinals are going a full 10. First pitch on the way. Swung on over to the left side. Running after it is Norman, and it will fall foul on top of the mounds in the bullpen. Rand scored after hitting a single back in the third. He's 1 for 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way to Dalen Rand. Over to the left side, the shortstop barely gets it, throws to first. Not in time as Rand just beats the run, or beats the throw. A great play bit from Van Zweden, however. What a play and an effort, but Rand just ran it out, for a lack of a better term. The pun was intended, so I apologize to anyone who hates a good joke. But Van Zweden with a great play. He snow-coned it on a bounce over in short and threw it from the deepest part of the infield. A big swing and a miss for Mickey Probst. Rand has his second single of the afternoon. Top of the order. Probst has walked in both at-bats today, so no official plate appearance. Well, there is no official at-bat, but there are official plate appearances. So he's got 2 plate appearances, no official at-bat. A 1-1 count after the pitch misses. Runner at first, 1 out. Big off move to first. No throw as Rand dives in safely. Just about to hit the 8 o'clock hour here at Nelson Court Field. 1-1. Over to third. Picked up by Owen. He goes to second for one. And Wilkins is there, but that's all they'll get. A fielder's choice. And are they going to say it's an interference? They are. It's a double play. He called interference there. It's going to be a double play. And the inning is over. Mark that a 5-4-3 double play, and that's the inning. Interference called on Rand as he was going to slide into second. I guess he didn't, but that'll be it. So no runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the fifth.
Use of drugs and alcohol during adolescence interferes with brain development, reduces academic and athletic performance, and increases the risks of accidents and serious health conditions like addiction.
Youth who consistently learn about the risks from their parents are up to 50% less likely to use drugs and alcohol.
Talk to your children about the risks associated with drugs and alcohol. Talk early and talk often.
Riverfront views, beautiful ballparks, historic windmills, amazing river cruises, celebrating the success of new housing and groundbreaking businesses. The Greater Clinton region is home to just about everything. For more information, visit us online at growclinton.com.
Welcome back. Andre Sajeda here with you at Nelson Court Field. Bottom of the fifth inning. Fulton Steamers trailing 4-1. Now, I will be completely transparent here. The last JV game we had here ended after 5 innings. So this could be the last 3 outs needed. Or we could play a whole 7. So bear with me. Currently, the Cardinals lead 4-1. Pitch called, a strike in the dirt. It's 1-1. Keegan Wilkins again leading off the inning. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss makes it 1-2. Brown looking for his 7th strikeout of the night. The 1-2. And he gets it. Got him looking. 7th strikeout, out number 1. And Wilkins is down on strikes looking for the 2nd time tonight. Tate Norman steps in. Grounded out to first base his first time up back in the 3rd inning. Here's a pitch. Called the strike on the outer part of the plate, 0-1. The latter third, of the lineup, 7, 8, 9. Norman, the 8-hitter. Landon Dykstra on deck as the 9-hitter. 0-1 pitch misses high, 1-1. Excuse me, it's Balin Damhoff, not Tate Norman. And this pitch misses, 2-1. Two balls, one strike, one out. The pitch. Call the strike, 2-2. Brown looking for his 8th strikeout tonight. And misses low and away, 3-2. Full count against Balin Damhoff, pinch hitter, entering in the bottom of the 5th. And that's ball 4. He works a walk. Landon Dykstra will step in.
First baseman Landon Dykstra.
Dykstra walked his first time up back in the 3rd inning, made his way all the way to 2nd. Not anything further than that. First pitch. Swung on and missed, 0-1. Cardinals lead 4-1. Runner at first, the 0-1. And that pitch falls in there for a strike. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball as Dykstra has to squat out of the way. It's 1-2. That breaking ball from Brown did not break well. Runner at first, and Balin Damhoff gets his first lead. Now the pitch. Called strike 3. Got him looking. Strikeout number 8 for Brown. We go to the top of the order. Jacob Voss. And again, to be clear, this could be the final out of the inning as we have a bird on our camera home plate cam. Not sure if you can see it from our home plate cam, but it's right next to it. A chopper over to 3rd, and it will stay fair. The throw, no throw. An infield single, and Voss keeps the line moving. That's his 2nd hit of the afternoon. Damhoff moves over to 2nd.
Shortstop Owen Van Zuiden.
Owen Van Zuiden steps in. First pitch swinging, fouled right back. One ball, one strike. Big swing and a miss makes it 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. The pitch. High. 2-2. Pitch in the dirt, called strike 3. He's going to run to first. The throw, not in time. So a drop third strike called. Moves the runner to first, and the bases are loaded. However, that is strikeout number 9 for Brown. The bases are now loaded. And Aaron Stilling steps in. There's going to be a meeting on the mound. Meeting on the mound over. Got to imagine that Brown was just getting some words of encouragement. Tying run is at first. Go ahead, run at the plate. First pitch call, the strike. A big swing here could change the dynamic of this game. Long pause and fires outside, 1-1. One pitch. In the dirt, good block from Webster. Damhoff at third definitely was leaning. Two balls, one strike, two outs with the bases loaded. The pitch. Called a strike, 2-2. And the Steamers down to their final strike of the inning, and depending on the rules of this game, possibly the ball game. Here's the 2-2. This is high, and the counts run full. Payoff pitch on the way. The runners will go. And that's ball 4. A run comes across the score, and the lead is cut in half. Ivan Folks steps in. 0 for 2, flew out to right field. Grounded out to the pitcher. Bases loaded, tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. Insurance at the plate as he hits this one up the middle. Over to Probst, he flips it over to second for one. He dropped the ball! The ball is dropped, and they're going to go ahead and tag him. The run does score, however, and that is the end of the inning. A 4-3. It will be 4-3. And it looks like we will play some more baseball. So the Steamers go ahead and put 2 runs up on the board. It'll be a fielder's choice error and then a tag from the second baseman. So mark that. Fielder's choice 6-4 put out. At the end of 5, we go to the top of the 6th. 4-3, Cardinals lead.
Tucked away in the northeast corner of the U.S., there is a small town where tomorrow never comes. Here, the warm glow of bygone days are collected and safeguarded for all time. Our story lies within these walls. Triumphs of spirit, artifacts of greatness, legendary tools of a beloved trade. But whenever the present turns its eyes to the past, the most coveted treasures are the heroes.
Top of the 6th inning, Steamers get 2 runs across in the bottom of the 5th to narrow the lead 4-3. Aiden Book steps in. And Folks still out on the mound. First pitch pushes Book back. It's 1-0. Book has reached on a error and a triple. Hardest hit ball of the ball game. Definitely off of Book's bat. He hit this one into deep right field, all the way to the right field wall. Scored 2 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 of 3 runs. Pitch misses above the hands and letters. It's 3-0. And that's ball 4. Book reaches again on a walk. And Caden Brown steps in.
Number 45, Caden Brown.
Brown singled. As this is a wild pitch, it'll advance the runner Book to second. And Brown singled back in the first, reached the second on a pass ball, and got an RBI and a 6-3 putout back in the 3rd. That run would give the Cardinals a 4-1 lead. He swings this one well into right field. That's going to fall for a single. Rounding third is Book, and he will think otherwise as the run's cut off from Folk. And Brown's got his second hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 3. And it looks like that'll be it for Folk here, as we'll have a pitching change. We'll get all the information ready here for you after the break. Coming up next.
Riverfront views, beautiful ballparks, historic windmills, amazing river cruises, celebrating the success of new housing and groundbreaking businesses. The Greater Clinton region is home to just about everything. For more information, visit us online at growclinton.com.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
Now pitching for the Steamers, number 26, Landon Dykstra.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Landon Dykstra on the mound for the Steamers as Folks night is over. We continue to make changes in the scorebook here. However, that means we need to figure out where Folks at. He's still in the game.
Caden Hoffman batting for Forreston.
It'll be Caden Hoffman to lead off here. As they'll clean off the home plate, it looks like Folk will go to short. The chopper to third, picked up. He lost it on the bobble, and it'll be an infield single. A run comes across to score. Brown goes to second. And the Cardinals increase their lead 5-3. Ethan Bacher steps in. Pitch low in the dirt, 2-0. Runners at first and second. Pitch fouled off, 2-1. Two-one pitch misses. It's going to go all the way to the backstop, and both runners will advance on the wild pitch. Three-one pitch to Bacher. Hits this one into deep center field. Voss going back. It's over his head, and it's going to roll for a while. Bacher trips over first base. The first run will score. Second run coming in. The throw to second base, not in time. It's a 2 RBI double.
Batter, Bryce Miller.
Brown scores, and Hoffman trails right behind. And the Cardinals take a 7-3 lead. They're going to go over to first to make sure. They're going to check, and he's out. Wow. They're going to call him out. So that'll change it from a double into a single, a double RBI or 2 RBI single. And I don't think that's the right call. Bacher tripped over first base. He had to. He fell. I'm not sure what the call, what exactly constituted him to be out. But he's going to be out regardless. That's going to be out number 1. I'm not sure what's happening here. But a free out for the Steamers as this pitch is inside 1-0. So mark that as an 8-6-1-3 in the scorecard. A ground ball over to the shortstop. I believe that's going to be Folk. Fires over to first, not in time. It'll be a single. As they say on the court, ball don't lie, and now a runner's on the base paths. Foul ball here makes it 0-1. Again, we mentioned Dykstra on the mound, meaning Folk will go to second. Folk over to shortstop. Van Zwieden goes from short to third. Next pitch called a strike, 0-2. It has been a questionable night for this umpiring crew. 0-2 pitch. In there for strike three. A delayed call, but Carr is struck out looking twice and once swinging. That is out number 2. First strikeout for Dykstra. Brennan Carr steps in. First pitch called a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. Inside, narrowly clipping Carr. 1-1. One pitch on the way. Low, misses, 2-1. Carr, like Schreiner, has struck out twice, swinging. A 2-1. Big swing and a miss makes it 2-2. Dykstra sets and fires a 2-2. Slider misses outside. It's 3-2. Payoff pitch, full count. Inside it hits him. And Carr's going to get a free bag. Free with air quotes. He had to pay the price of getting plunked. Miller moves to second. And the line continues. Nathan Webster steps in.
The catcher, Nathan Webster.
Runners at first and second. Pitch from Dykstra. Over to the right side, picked up by Wilkins. He'll flip it over to second for out number 3. That is a 4-6 fielder's choice for out number 3. A wild inning here. However, the Cardinals score 3 runs and extend their lead 7-3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Coming up here on Lumber Kings YouTube.
Use of drugs and alcohol during adolescence interferes with brain development, reduces academic and athletic performance, and increases the risks of accidents and serious health conditions like addiction.
Youth who consistently learn about the risks from their parents are up to 50% less likely to use drugs and alcohol.
Talk to your children about the risks associated with drugs and alcohol. Talk early and talk often.
Tucked away in the northeast corner of the U.S., there is a small town where tomorrow never comes. Here, the warm glow of bygone days are collected and safeguarded for all time. Our story lies within these walls. Triumphs of spirit, artifacts of greatness, legendary tools of a beloved trade. But whenever the present turns its eyes to the past, the most coveted treasures are the heroes.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Chase Fletcher, the designated hitter, leads off the bottom of the 6th inning. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Cardinals put up 3 runs in the top of the 6th inning. Caden Brown's night is over as Caden Hoffman comes in. Brown's night ends, 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. A solid afternoon, if you ask me, as this pitch misses high. It's 1-1. Next pitch, swing and a miss, makes it 1-2. Foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes. As you mentioned, Landon Dykstra came in the 6th inning. Evan Folk's night ends, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. Another foul ball keeps it 1-2. Ben Hausengate comes up next. He's on deck. Keegan Wilkins in the hole. One, two. Popped up to the right side and out of play on the roof. Fletcher stays alive. He's 0 for 2. Lined out to the pitcher, or popped up to the pitcher back in the 2nd. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Here's the 1-2. Popped up on the infield. Going into shallow center field. Probst is there to make the catch right behind second base. That is a P6 for out number 1. Ben Hausengate steps in. He's 0 for 2, struck out looking in his first at-bat and grounded out to the second baseman back in the 4th. First pitch on the way to Hausengate. Big swing, makes it 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch outside, 0-1. Give you a look around Major League Baseball. Give you score updates. Here's the 1-1. Just outside, 2-1. Happening in Pittsburgh, the Cubs and Pirates are playing. Cubs leading in the top of the 7th, 5-2. Friends on the south side leading the Guardians 5-3. The White Sox have been winning. They've won 10 so far. They're the last team, or excuse me, second to last team to reach 10. Only worst team behind them is the Colorado Rockies. This one's popped up to short, back-to-back P6s for out number 2. We have some finals in Major League Baseball. The Twins beat the Blue Jays 3-2. They advance 23-15. Blue Jays fall 17-21. Diamondbacks and Orioles in the top of the 9th inning. Orioles leading 4-2. Cardinals and Brewers in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brewers leading the Cardinals 7-0. Phillies and Marlins playing in Miami. Phillies leading 8-0. Bottom of the 8th. Marlins have 2 runners on with 2 outs. First pitch to Keegan Wilkins, called a strike. Nationals and Red Sox in the bottom of the 9th inning. Red Sox trailing 5-1. And they have runners at first and second. Braves and Mets halfway through the 6th inning, leading 4-0 is the Braves in New York. Rangers and Rockies tied at 0 at the bottom of the 4th. They have with 2 runners on and 2 outs. And they just ended the 4th inning. Still tied 0-0 into the top of the 5th. Just about to start is the Kansas City Royals and the Anaheim Angels. Well, no longer Anaheim, but Los Angeles Angels. The Angels. Dodgers and Padres about to start, as well as the Athletics and Mariners. Other finals around Major League Baseball, the Astros beat the Tigers 5-2. This one popped up to the right side in foul territory and out of play. Other final, the Yankees shut out the Tampa Bay Rays 2-0, moving them up to 26-14, and the Yankees have been on fire. Rays fall 19-20. Other game that has not started yet, but will start later this afternoon, or later tonight, a 9:15 Central start time. Reds and Giants. Reds 16-21, the Giants 17-22. Pitch misses high, it's 1-2. Keep an eye on the Cubs and White Sox game. Cubs with runners at second and third, a 2-2 count and 2 outs in the top of the 7th, looking to extend their lead from 5-2. And the White Sox and Guardians playing in Chicago, top of the 8th, 1 out. Here's the 1-2 here in Clinton. Inside, misses 2-2. Cardinals lead 7-3. Nobody on, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch just misses, 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. Gets away, that's ball 4. And Wilkins goes up to first. An update in that Cubs-Pirates game. The Cubs take a 7-2 lead, or increase their lead to 7-2. Nick Madrigal singling on a ground ball. Ian Happ and Michael Bush score, and they lead 7-2. They end the top of the 7th and go to the bottom, leading 7-2. Pittsburgh coming up next. Anyways, back here in Clinton, it's number 4, Mason Bray. This is his first at-bat. 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed, make it 1-1. Runner at first, 2 outs. 1-1 pitch on the way from Hoffman. Over to second base. Bacher picks it up, fires to first in time. A 4-3 put out for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base after a walk. We go to the top of the 7th as the Cardinals looking to extend their lead. They lead 7-3.
Riverfront views, beautiful ballparks, historic windmills, amazing river cruises, celebrating the success of new housing and groundbreaking businesses. The Greater Clinton region is home to just about everything. For more information, visit us online at growclinton.com.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
use of drugs and alcohol during adolescence interferes with brain development, reduces academic and athletic performance, and increases the risks of accidents and serious health conditions like addiction.
Youth who consistently learn about the risks from their parents are up to 50% less likely to use drugs and alcohol.
Talk to your children about the risks associated with drugs and alcohol. Talk early and talk often.
Welcome back, and look at that. A play right back to the pitcher on a quick ground ball. A 1-3 put out for out number one. That was Dalen Rand. He came, he saw, he did not conquer as he goes back to the bench. Top of the order, Mikey Probst comes in. Line drive right back up the middle, this time up past Dykstra into center field, and that'll be a single. And they're going to call interference. So Probst will go to second base.
Center fielder Aiden Book.
Aiden Book steps in. He had the last triple as Hausengay has to dive out of his squat and make the catch there. Late night here at the ballpark, 8:42 local time. Here's the 1-0. Call a strike right at the knees, 1-1. One pitch. Wow, that missed everything, according to the umpire, but that one looked like it was right in the zone. 2-1. Call the strike, 2-2. Brown not happy with the call. Or excuse me, Book. Brown is on deck. Two. Misses outside. Count is full with one out. Payoff pitch misses in the dirt, and a walk. Second walk for Book. Caden Brown steps in, now playing third base. Wild pitch. Or a pass ball, excuse me, advances the runners to third and second. Over to the shortstop. Under the glove of Fulton into left field. The run will score. Book will stay at third. Probst scores. And Brown goes to first.
Pitcher, Kane Hoffman.
Hoffman steps in. He's 1 for 3. Struck out twice in the first and third. Had an RBI single his last at bat in the sixth. First pitch swung on. Missed. The throw to second. They go back home. And it's a double steal. And everybody's safe. They're saying it's a foul tip. I heard a foul tip. So they are going to say a foul tip that was caught live ball. So the runners can, in fact, run. I've never heard that. We're going to have to do a lookup on that rule. But I mean, if that is the rule, then by all means, everyone is safe. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1. So we are looking at the rule. If the ball is caught in play, base runners may attempt to advance. So it is very much a real rule. Pitch in the dirt again, and the runner will come home. No, safe. Back-to-back wild pitches score Caden Brown all the way around the bases from second. And the Cardinals lead 10-3. Two-one pitch. Swung on and missed, makes it 2-2. So I guess we did learn something today, as this game is nearing 2 hours. A foul ball that is caught in the glove is in fact live. This pitch popped up right over our heads and to the front of the ballpark. Runners may advance if the ball is caught on a foul tip and in play. That is a ball that is in play. It was caught, and the runners ran. Here's a 2-2. Popped up off the end of the bat towards the shortstop. Folk will let Van Zweden catch it at third base. And that's out number 2. Ethan Bacher steps in.
Second baseman Ethan Bacher.
Do a big thanks to Cannon Wincoop for bringing up that stat or that rule. Cannon's joining us this year as our PL TV director. So all the angles you see, brought to you by Cannon Wincoop. However, there's no sponsorship, so I mean, technically we could call it a sponsorship. We are paying you, so so all the views sponsored by PL TV, YouTube, and Cannon Wincoop. Here's the 0-1 after the foul ball. Called a strike. 0-2. Bacher hit the 2 RBI double that turned into a single because apparently he did not touch first after tripping over it, and now he's hit by the pitch. Now Bryce Miller steps in. Still a good crowd on hand here at the ballpark. So we're asking for time here at first base.
Left fielder Bryce Miller.
Seeing the Cardinal fans enjoying their front row seats here at the ballpark. With Miller right at the bottom of your screen there. His first pitch called a strike to Miller. Runner at first, and Bacher after he was hit by the pitch. Here's the 0-1. Right back to the pitcher. He drops the line drive, bobbles the ball, throws to first. Not in time. That is a single. Bacher goes to second on the line drive. As the Steamers just unlucky there. That is a second ball that was hit hard towards a fielder that was bobbled. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss to Schreiner. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss makes it 0-2. Schreiner, 3 strikeouts tonight. And may be the only way that the Steamers can get out of this inning. Does not want the fourth strikeout here, but the next pitch just low and away, 1-2. Dykstra did face him in the last inning and did manage to strike him out. That's his first and only strikeout of the night. And here's the 1-2. Call it strike 3. Third strikeout where Schreiner is out looking. Fourth strikeout of the night for Schreiner. Second for Dykstra. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. The Fulton Steamers gonna need a miracle. We'll be back after this.
Whether you want to get out and get active, become involved in the arts, or simply sit back, relax, and enjoy the river view, Clinton is the place for you. Clinton is a family-friendly city. Our large parks and recreation department is filled with programs, amenities, activities, and of course parks, for people of all ages to enjoy. Located on the Mississippi River, people in Clinton enjoy water activities and scenic views. There's always fun entertainment happening in the city, from our theater and art gallery to our museums, community events, and unique local shops. Residents and visitors alike can take advantage of all that there is to do any day of the week. Clinton is the best of both worlds. We have open space for active lifestyles and a quaint small-town atmosphere, blended with modern amenities and activities similar to our larger metropolitan neighbors. Visit Clinton today. A great place to live.
Tucked away in the northeast corner of the U.S., there is a small town where tomorrow never comes. Here, the warm glow of bygone days are collected and safeguarded for all time. Our story lies within these walls. Triumphs of spirit, artifacts of greatness, legendary tools of a beloved trade. But whenever the present turns its eyes to the past, the most coveted treasures are the heroes.
Bottom of the 7th inning. 10-3 is our score. Cardinals leading.
At the plate, number 30, Max Owen.
Max Owen batting for Landon Dykstra. He was being hit for earlier. One and one is the call. One pitch. Call the strike. 1-2. And called strike 3 on the 1-2 pitch. Owens down on strikes. First strikeout for Hoffman, and first out of the bottom of the 7th.
Jacob Voss.
First pitch to Voss, called a strike. He's a leadoff hitter for the Steamers. Next pitch misses high, 1-1. One pitch, 1 out. As this one misses high, 2-1. Pitch it over to the right side, over to Bacher. Not in time. Voss hustles out an infield single. Owen Van Zweden steps in. Voss at first. Long pause, and there goes Voss. Pitch misses high. The throw not in time. 1-0. Runner now in scoring position. Long pause here and fires. Pitch swung at right around the head area and fouled off. Van Zweden 1 for 2. Last time up, he reached on a drop third strike and made it all the way to second base, where he was called out on a fielder's choice. He overran the bag and was tagged there. One pitch. A good pick from behind the plate from Webster's. He plays the bounce well. Stops it with the glove. Keeps Voss at second base. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners going. This pitch popped up to the left side. Brown looking for it. Makes the one-handed grab. Voss has to retreat after trying to steal. And the Steamers are down to their final out. Aaron Stillings, steps in. And actually, no, it won't be Stillings. It'll be somebody else. Number 25, which I do not have on this clip, or on this board. First pitch, called a strike. And thank you, Brad Seward, the voice of Nelson Court Field, Logan Smither. It's the pinch hitter and the last chance for the Steamers. And a balk is called. Great call by the second base umpire, as Voss really did do a good job of deking out the pitcher. It is a balk. That was I saw that clear as day. That is a balk. So the balk puts him at third base. A run 90 feet away. Here's the 0-1. Misses high and away, 1-1. Just 2 minutes shy of 9 o'clock. Now a minute. Here's the 1-1. Misses high and inside. 2-1. Two 2-1 pitch on the way from Hoffman as Smithers awaits. Misses, gets past the catcher. Voss hustling home, and he will score. Steamers at a run, but are still down by 6. 10-4 the score now. 3-1 pitch on the way to Smithers. And that's ball 4. Evan Folk steps in. Now playing short as we have the 9 o'clock hour.
Pitcher, check that number 2, Evan Folk.
Evan Folk now playing short. He started off this game. First pitch to Folk. Called a strike on the breaking ball, low and away. 0-1. Smither at first with a good lead. He goes to second. A swing down the third base line. Brown picks it up. Fires across the diamond. Stretch. No, he can't make the catch. The ball rolls away. Smithers runs to third. He's held up there. Folk goes to second on the E5. Don't call it a comeback because it's not enough. Only 2 runners on the bases.
Number 22.
And Chase Fletcher at the plate. However, this has been a stunning turn of events here for the Steamers, trying to keep this game close. They trail by 6. Half of the runs they need are on the bases and at the plate. First pitch. Called to strike low and away. Fletcher's 0 for 3. Popped up to the pitcher in his first at-bat, struck out swinging, and then popped up to the shortstop. Hoffman looks in for a sign. Runners at second and third in scoring position with 2 outs. 0-1 pitch on the way. Gets past the catcher again. Here comes Smithers. Play at the plate. Not in time. He got under the tag. Folk goes to third on the pass ball. And another run comes across to score for the Steamers. And they cut the lead in half. It's 10-5. That play could have ended the ball game, but instead, Smithers is able to reach out and touch home plate before the tag was put down by Hoffman as he tried to cover the plate. Runner 90 feet away. A 1-1 count and 2 outs. The pitch. Over to the second baseman. On a hop, hits the lip. Bacher fires to first in time, and that's the ball game. Two runs do come across to score. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on bases. We'll go home to home plate, and shake hands. We'll have a quick recap coming up for you here after the break. Here on Lumber Kings TV, we'll get you set with the final and the winning and losing pitchers coming up next.
Riverfront views, beautiful ballparks, historic windmills, amazing river cruises, celebrating the success of new housing and groundbreaking businesses. The Greater Clinton region is home to just about everything. For more information, visit us online at growclinton.com.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
Welcome back. Final score, the Forreston Cardinals defeat the Fulton Steamers with 10 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. The Fulton Steamers final line, 5 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. Winning pitcher for tonight will be Caden Brown, who pitched 5 innings, allowing 3 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts for the young man. Losing pitcher will be Evan Folk, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Player of the game goes to Forreston Cardinals. Pitcher and third baseman Caden Brown. He went 3 for 3 at the plate. 2 runs and an RBI at the dish today. And he actually 2 RBIs. He got one on his ground out to the shortstop and his 6-3 put out in the 3rd inning. A good showing from both teams today. Forreston takes and sweeps the doubleheader, both varsity and JV. Andres Tejeda saying thank you for watching. If you're at the ballpark, please drive home safely. And thank you again for tuning in to Lumber Kings live on YouTube. We'll have opening day here at the ballpark on May 28th. That's a Tuesday, just 18 short days away. We'll see you then. Saying goodbye from Nelson's Court Field. For the rest of us, I'm Andres Tejeda. Have a great night, folks.